Various government departments have this week been locked out by their landlord due to non-payment of rent. They include the Higher Education Department and National Treasury. For more on this, we're joined now by Walter Ledwaba, a property manager at Bothongo Property Management Group. Walter, thank you very much for joining this evening. So this issue is a little bit more complex than seemingly just an issue of non-payment. A letter has been sent by departments to the landlords detailing why they're no longer going to pay month-to-month leases. Can you give us a little bit more clarity and information on the context?
Thanks a lot, Anli, and the viewers at home. This issue started a while ago in 2018, where DPWI would then negotiate with landlords the rates so that they can conclude the leases. The leases in 2018, of the 17 leases, only 8 were concluded, and the rest of the leases were not concluded due to the selective approach that Public Works chose to use then. And we then continued on month-to-month leases. Now, what this does is that it makes the rates to be higher, and it complicates things as the process goes or as the lead period goes. And fast forward, we then had another negotiation of the renewal of leases. Early last year, GPWI then approached us and said to us, look, we would like to save some money, so can we negotiate better rates for a longer period? We said yes. Again, there was offers and acceptances and counter offers. After the counter offer, then GPWI then said no, they need to renegotiate those leases. Those rates for the leases are very high. Fast forward, we then engaged with them, but during that period, we started having short payments from DPWI. They paid us not according to the lease. They started short paying us. They started telling us that we owe them money. They overpaid and all of those, and it was just a back and forth where from their side, nothing was factual. We just get told that you owe us an X amount of money, which I remember at one stage it was 54 million rands. And we said, prove it, they couldn't prove it. And we kept on engaging. We had a meeting as the group, together with the officials and the minister, early December. We had another meeting late December. We had another meeting again in February. Nothing came out of that meeting. And none of the leases were concluded. Our arrears that we are being owed, which now are at about 132 million rands, have not been paid. Now, what is a landlord supposed to do?
Absolutely. There are a number of avenues that seemingly have already been unsuccessfully followed in trying to mediate the situation. What's the next step? Because for South Africans, these departments cannot effectively do their work while they're locked out of the buildings that they currently occupy. The best case is that they can carry on doing the work that they need to do, so South Africans can get service delivery from these various ministries. However, obviously on the other side of the coin, this situation needs to be resolved. Where to from here?
From here, we have actually written a circular today to all our clients because we have a very healthy relationship with our clients. All of them. We have a very healthy relationship with them. They've never complained about us. They love our buildings. They love our service and all of that. So we have written to them that we are going to unlock the buildings tomorrow because we understand the predicament they are in. They are supposed to deliver service. I mean, if you look at SAPS, people cannot do fingerprints and all of those and many other services. If you look at higher education, they are supposed to register students, and this has actually affected them. And mind you, it is on as a follow-through from your rates and taxes by the city of Tshwane, which also affected them as well, which also affected us, and that affected everybody. So we are going to open the buildings tomorrow because Public Works has not come to us to say, this is how we resolve this. Mind you, we closed the buildings on Monday. They've never contacted us then. They've never said, let's sit down, let's see how we can both work on this. But they could go to client departments and say to client departments, look, the landlord is is not negotiating in good faith and all of those statements that they wrote. But they never came to us. They went to everybody but us, which leaves you with a question that says, does Public Works really want to sort this out? I don't know. We are going to unlock the buildings tomorrow so that come Monday, service delivery can continue and our people can be serviced. And we'll then contact our legal team to see a way forward so that such a situation cannot repeat itself again.
The Department of Public Works and Infrastructure is saying that the reasoning behind this non-payment is to curb irregular expenditure. What do you make of that reasoning?
The minister made an announcement and said, come 31st December 2021, I do not want to see and pay any month-to-month leases. Unfortunately, due to the nature of negotiations by the department at hand, they didn't meet the deadline of the minister. Now, come January, we are supposed to be paid. We are not paid because the minister said no payments of such leases. Instead of, so then we, January they didn't pay, February they didn't pay. We then said in February, look, can we at least get an extension so that we get paid for 12 months? They said, no, we cannot do that because our mandate is to negotiate leases. Okay, fine. What do we do then in the meantime? Unfortunately, to date, as we speak, we haven't been paid for our month-to-month leases, where there's clients that are occupying the building and every day they go to work, it's fine, business as usual, but for us it's something totally different. And for me, I don't, so then we discovered that there was a circular that was sent out by the same department which handles our leases and all that. And that circular was saying, look, let's extend the leases. And this circular was in January, but when we asked in February, we were told a different story. So there's a lot of unfairness, there's a lot of sabotage, to be honest with you, and we will just deal with it as it comes. But at least now we have seen what kind of a problem we are dealing with.
Is it as simple as just signing new lease agreements with these departments or with the Department of Public Works and Infrastructure?
You know, with the relationship that we have with the both parties, I think maybe clients need to start managing their own leases, because clearly there's no joy when it comes to public works and the management of leases on behalf of clients.
And have you made those suggestions to the relevant departments, and if so, what was their response?
We haven't gone that route because it's a route that we are still looking at the best way to approach it. Obviously, National Treasury would be the first department that you go to because they are the custodians of the monies of the country. And also there's processes that need to be followed. But it's one of the ideas that we have to say, how do we then engage if ever this is not something that we are getting pleasure from the public works side?
All right, well, we thank you very much for your time and for participating in the discussion. Walter Ledwaba from the Bothongo Property Management Group.